D-Lo 404 Boxing. Alright, y'all. Hope everybody having a good day today on this beautiful, well, it's beautiful down here, Tuesday afternoon. So I was just thinking about Spence versus Crawford a little further today. We all know that Spence right now is on tap to fight Dennis Ugas. Not a walk in the park. Give him, no give me type fight. It's not a foregone conclusion that Spence wins that fight. And I'm saying that regardless of what kind of reports are coming out about how fantastic, magnificent, marvelous, exciting, or destructive, or any other great adjectives that you could come up with to describe how Errol Spence Jr. is reportedly looking in camp right now. All of that being said, the man on the other side of the ring is also in camp. And I'm sure he's putting in the work that it takes to put in for him to give himself the best plan and the best chance to win the fight. We're going to have two very good fighters in the ring on fight night, and the best man is going to win. Now, I will say something that I usually don't say, and that is, I honestly hope Errol Spence Jr. wins the fight. Because if he doesn't win the fight, I'm going to feel like we as boxing fans have been cheated of the opportunity to get the fight that we've all been waiting for the better part of 3 or 4 years now, ever since Terence Crawford came up from 140. Now, that's no slight on your Dennis Ugas. Have all the respect in the world for him as a fighter. I want him to get what he earns in the sport. And if should he earn a win over Errol Spence Jr., I want him to get it. I want him to actually get it on paper, because I feel like in the past there have been some fights that he won in the ring, but he didn't get those wins for one reason or another, and most of the time it was boxing politics. Okay? Now let's fast forward and assume Errol Spence Jr. wins that fight. Let's assume Terence Crawford, if he has an interim bout, or whether he doesn't, let's assume that he gets to that Errol Spence Jr. fight with no losses, no bumps in the road along the way other than this legal battle with Top Rank. And let's say if the fight was happening, just say September. Let's just say for kicks and giggles, let's say September. We got Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford. I think unless there's some major slippage with either fighter between then and now, we will get a fantastic fight. I hope we get there. I've hem-hawed back and forth about whether or not I think the fight's going to happen. I'm putting a lot of confidence in some people that I'm hearing say some things about the fight being next on the agenda for both guys. And I'm trying to trust and believe in that. But boxing has let us down so many times that it's not way out of the realm of possibility to imagine that the fight won't happen next. Especially when you got Keith Thurman keep running his mouth about, potentially being an opponent for Errol Spence Jr. or Terence Crawford. For me, I'll be honest. I'm tired of talking about hoping we get the fight. I'm tired of talking about interim bouts. I'm tired of saying, hey, let's stop arguing about negotiations that we're not involved in. I'm tired of talking about, what needs to happen for the fight to happen and all of that. I want to get to the point that we're actually breaking down this fight with intention and purpose of knowing that we have a fight coming up that's already been earmarked, that's already pretty much penciled in, and we're just waiting on the date. Because when it gets to that time, that's when I'm going to really enjoy hearing the breakdowns that people make about who they think wins the fight and why. That's when I'm going to come out and break down why I think Terence Crawford wins the fight. And I'm going to talk about how I went from initially picking Errol Spence Jr. to beat Terence Crawford, and how I got to the point that I'm strongly on the side of believing that Terence Crawford wins the fight and why. But aside from that, I also look forward to people, talking about why they think I'm wrong, or you know, or those who feel the same and why they agree with me. But ultimately, I feel like that's the fun time. That's when it gets exciting, when you know that big one is right there on the horizon, and you can talk about it, and you can break it down. And not only that, you already set your calendars, and you put everything like, hey, on this day, if I ain't answering my phone, I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm in preparation mode to watch this fight, or I'm trying to get out to the fight, or whatever it might be. You know, if that's your thing. I mean, I'll say right now, with everything going on, I strongly doubt I'll go to the fight, but I definitely will be sitting in front of my TV and enjoying the fight thoroughly, regardless of the outcome. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to put myself in a position to where the outcome of the fight could affect me negatively to the point that I can't even enjoy the outcome of the fight. So in other words, I'm not going to put so much skin in the game that I might as well have went out there and took a loss if I bet on the wrong guy, to the point that I can't recover. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to have a hard time stomaching that loss. But, you know, all of that being said, that's what I look forward to. All of the talk about, you know, how good Spence looks, and, you know, vulnerabilities you see in Spence, or how good Bud looks and vulnerabilities you see in Bud, and all of that stuff is all well and fine, but it's going to mean so much more when we have an actual fight on the horizon. And that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm holding my hope for. That's what I look forward to. That's all I got on it. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.